Everyone, George Soto here. Hope all is well. Today I wanted to talk about the power of communicating with certainty. So think about it. It's not too crazy of a notion. And it's actually not too difficult either to be able to actually put into action during your sales conversations or negotiations or so on. So if you think about it, if you're talking just sort of body language is sort of down, maybe relaxed, and you're a little slower in your conversation, you can kind of hear my voice slowing down, and you're just talking about something, and you're trying to convince a prospect, or maybe not convince, perhaps is the wrong word, but guide the prospect to make a decision in their head. And, you're kind of not that certain. Like, you're not really inspiring certainty. But you can see that energy if you're sitting there and you're talking and you're making gestures and you're really, really convicted and certain that what you're speaking about is the right answer and the best solution for what they're trying to fix within their organization. If you're a B2B salesperson, you're probably sitting down with prospects and saying, hey, Tom, Sally, you're looking to solve these issues, generate revenue, become more productive, move faster, etc., right? Drive costs down, increase margins, whatever those things are as a business, you're sitting there. And if you can sit in front of them and actually speak to them with conviction about your solution and the things that your solution or the value that your solution is going to bring to the table, the value proposition, right? That you've really integrated into your story, then your chances of closing a deal or helping them make a decision quickly, which is generally what we want as negotiators or business people or salespeople, is to get the prospect to make a decision quickly. That certainty behind what you're talking about is incredibly powerful, and I know you can feel it here in my conversation, right? Because I'm pretty certain about what I'm telling you right now and the effects of that, because I've seen it in my life. And so I can tell you that it works in sales. And number two, so how do you actually cultivate that? Well, there is a couple different ways, but the biggest thing is really just repetition and repetition and repetition, and sitting in front of a camera like this, for example, and just doing it, right? And talking about it, etc. So that's like sort of the physical manifestation, and watching yourself, right? How are you actually doing this? And you, even if you're not in front of the camera, and let's say you're on a call or in person, you can kind of understand how your body is actually reacting and getting fired up or not getting fired up, etc., just inherently. So practicing is really important. And then, of course, this is totally, totally common sense. And you're going to go, yeah, this makes total sense. But it's really, really being convicted and believing in the product or solution or movement or whatever it is, story you're trying to convey, to have people believe it and take action. You really have to be able to actually live and lead by example there. So really having to embrace the value proposition, etc., of your offering beforehand, right? So again, being super certain about what you're communicating or what your outcome is or intention for your call or meeting or video conference, etc., and then practicing it mentally and physically, and getting a sense of physically what does that actually look like. So if you have any questions about sales, entrepreneurship, getting fired up, hit me up on Twitter at right there. Awesome. Thank you so much.